What's up, Tom? What's up? Who's in here tonight? Click on the pen. It's a highlighter. Oh, God. It's so hard to do school. What's going on? Who's in here? Let me get a pen, guys. I need a pen for notes. Hi. I don't know which one is working, but we'll see. All right. Hello, everybody. Can y'all hear me? Is this thing working? I don't know if the mic is from here or from over there. Can you hear me? All the way up. Let's see. What's going on, everybody? Back at it tonight for some more studying. All right. I can see your guys' chats now. I couldn't see them earlier. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Sure. When you pick a residency, Mohammed, that is basically you're picking your specialty then. So once you graduate residency, you become a doctor. By you completing a residency, you're basically becoming a doctor in that field. And then you can do further like fellowships to become a different kind of doctor, but that's how it kind of works. CBPR is actually one of the harder blocks in med school, Mohammed. It is very interesting though, so that helps make it not so hard for study. I really like it. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of physics, and I don't know. It makes sense in my brain. Neuro was a lot more difficult for me. It's actually not a lot, Mohammed. I think, I mean, we are at a higher risk for suicide than the general population, but luckily in my class so far, everybody's stayed and we've all been good. So, yeah, none so far. I listened to just a bunch of different Alan Walker, basically all his music, just because it doesn't have the his stuff that doesn't have lyrics, just so that I can study while doing the non-lyric stuff. Yeah, I know what Trillo is. I haven't ever used it. I know there's some people. I don't think anybody in my school really uses it, but I know I've seen ads for it, and I know I don't know. I don't know anybody that uses it. I don't personally use it. I know what it is though. All right, I'll answer both of these questions. What comes after CV about your study? So after cardiovascular, Mohammed, I actually get sent off this summer. Um, I have to go to a rural hospital where I'm going to be working with all the residents and doctors for 8 weeks. I stay at the hospital and I see patients just like everybody else for 8 weeks. So I have 3 weeks off after CVPR is done, and then I have to go do that for 8 weeks. Then we come start GI, I think. What is that book again? And when are you going to take the test? It's First Aid, Ali. It's the book everybody swears by for taking step one. And I literally take it in less than a year. Like about 11 months is when I take step one. So it's a lot closer than everybody expects. My class takes it a little bit early though. There's a few dates that you have to pick, Ali. For step one, there's like certain dates that you have to take. You can't just take it whenever you want. The double AMC has like certain dates that you can schedule it, and that's when you take it. It's kind of like the MCAT for med school. Kind of like the MCAT basically, where you have to pick a date and take it that day, and yeah, you have to study your butt off for it, and then you take it. Hi Yasmin, thank you for being here. I'm studying CVPR. I'm currently watching a sketchy video on antihypertensives. It's going all right. Sketchy is really fun to watch. How are you doing? How are all of you doing? Oh, nice. Yes, I mean you're studying for your finals. Is it finals time already? Like med school is just so like different from undergrad that I don't even know like when finals is because our finals is just way different than everybody else. Second year's of pre-med. Should you finish taking the step one test in the first year? Yes, I should be done with step one by March. I should take it like February or March of next year. So yeah, I'll be done with it in first year. By pre-med, she means as a she's in college. She's in undergraduate college. She's not in medical school yet, I assume. Thank you, Ali. Ali, I'm at the University of Mexico. I don't know if you were asking me or Yasamin. Have you done chiropractic? We don't do chiropractic, Mohammed. We are in MD school, so it's we don't like no. I'm not gonna be a chiropractic doctor. That's a whole different career path in life and style. That's an alternative medicine. I actually haven't really done that, Mohammed. During neuro, I couldn't sleep one night, but it wasn't because of studying. I just couldn't sleep. So I stayed up pretty late, but I did end up sleeping like an hour and a half. And then I went to school and then, yeah, I crashed afterwards. But I don't do that. I try not to do that because you really need to sleep when you're in college or school to perform well. If you don't sleep well, then you're not going to perform well. It's not sustainable. Yeah, I really like my Surface Pro, Mohammed. It's what I use, like right now, it's what I'm using to live stream. It's what I use to take my notes during class. I can sync it to OneNote. I still need to make a video on that. If you do end up buying it, if you guys use my Amazon links, I get commission and it doesn't cost you guys any more. So if you guys buy anything off of Amazon, if you guys go and click on one of my videos, it'll help me out a bunch. It's only like I don't get a lot. I get like less than a percent of whatever the product is worth, but it still like helps me and it's kind of cool to um just get paid for putting links on stuff that I recommend, and it helps me out, and it's no cost to you guys. So if you guys want to help me out, use those Amazon links if you guys buy anything. No, I don't feel like that at all, Mohammed. I don't feel like I memorize every single thing all the time. That's one of my biggest pet peeves when I see those YouTube videos that say how I memorize everything in med school. Like it's impossible. Literally, you can't do that. And it really bugs me. But I mean, you just have to do spaced repetition, keep looking at the material over time, not just like one day cramming in, like just over weeks, over days, different studying, and then it'll stick with you a lot better than if you just cram for a week and then take a test and stop looking at it. So that's not, I don't feel like that at all, Mohammed. Hi, Jara. Thank you for coming in. I hope to be in med school one day. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm just studying cardiovascular drugs, as my thumbnail and title says. Answering a few questions here and there as I write some notes. Italian, yes. Sketchy is the bee's knees for any farm. It's awesome. It's amazing. You watch these videos, they stay in your mind during the test, the sketches, the explanations. It's really weird how just the pictures stay in your brain when you're taking a test. And if you take notes and if you just like look at the other explanations in first aid, you're gonna have the drugs down, no problem. It's really weird. It's super helpful. Yeah, Italian, I highly recommend it. I mean, I'm not sponsored or paid, but I really recommend Sketchy. It's an amazing way to remember drugs. Like I don't know how I would do it without Sketchy, honestly. As I don't think I would be able to do it as quickly and efficiently, is what I'm saying. So yeah, so far I've only used it for farm Italian. I've heard that it's actually pretty good for like infectious diseases like sketchy micro. So I might use it for my infectious diseases block, but for farm, it is awesome. So far, I've only used it for farm. So yeah, I don't know how the other programs work. I'll be a second year med student. Probably like there's like a weird transition point. Like after this summer, I'll technically be a second year medical student. So it'll be soon, few months, few more months. Thank you, Italian. Thank you. I don't really know what else to say. Like, just trying to be real, showing you guys what med school is actually like. It's not very exciting right now. I do a few day in the lives, mostly when I have clinic because that's when it's more exciting. But right now, it's mostly studying all the time. Yeah, med school is pretty brutal right now. It's like studying all the time, and school is the worst. I don't like school, but I love clinic, so I'm just waiting for this torture to be over. That way I can go into clinic and just be happy again. Middle school is especially brutal the first 2 years. Yeah. Flex for med. Thank you for being here, Sauter. I saw you commented on my other live stream. Thank you so much. I'm glad you I'm glad you liked my no talk study video. Um, Thank you for commenting on that. I remember you. How many classes are in med school? Med school is weird, Mohammed. We go by blocks, so literally I'm only in cardiovascular pulmonology renal right now block. But within that, I have quantitative medicine, I have a doctrine class, I have to do continuity clinic and research. So it's just my class is CVPR along with quant 1 hour a week, and then doctoring is actually like 3 hours a week, and then continuity clinic, which is also depending 3 or 4 hours a week as well. What's your favorite block so far? My favorite block so far is probably CVPR. It makes a lot of sense to me mechanistically, and I really liked what was it? Hematology. It was actually a pretty easy block, and it seemed pretty useful because we started interpreting some labs, so that was pretty fun too. Heme was really It's not needed, Mohammed, to get into medical school, but it's highly recommended. If you can get into like a basic lab research, or I didn't do basic science research. I actually did a qualitative research, so like interviewing people, and that was my research experience. Just doing research will help. It'll help your application. You don't need it, but I highly recommend doing research if you can. Women's research from online. No, Mohammed. I mean, oh, Lovda, thank you for commenting. Yeah. So, clinical research, research in a lab where you're doing whatever science, whatever, going out into the community and doing qualitative research on whatever. It doesn't even have to be medically related, just any kind of research, then it'll help your application. It doesn't have to be like clinically related or medically related, as long as you do some form of research, some form of basic science research, qualitative research, any kind of research. It's not like you sit at home and do research. That's not how it works. What's up, Loved Up? Thank you for being here, man. Thanks for making it again. All right. Just finished sketchy antihypertensives. You grind so hard, man. Yeah, I wish I could grind harder. Sometimes I don't grind as hard as I think I should. Love to. What is the most important organ on your body? They're all pretty important, Berat. You're gonna realize real soon that everybody is so interconnected that you start messing with one organ, other stuff is going to be affected. It's amazing. I'm just surprised we're all alive, to be honest. So much stuff can go wrong. It's scary. Your skin, lol, I don't know. It's just a computer screen. I just look like crap because I'm on my computer screen. I'm always studying. I'm not like I don't know. I don't get sunlight very much. I wish I could be out in the sun a lot more. Softer. Yeah, all of them, Mohammed. I agree. They're all important. Softer, happy face, happy face, happy face, happy face. MJ, hey Aaron, what kind of volunteer would be the best in the hospital? Help desk or talking to patients in the OR? Oh man, ooh, I would take talking to patients in the OR if you can do that. Volunteering at the hospital, any volunteer position is gonna be good on your application. If you can have patient contact, that'll really improve your application because you can talk about that. And yeah, I would definitely do the talking to patients in the OR, MJ. I love your vids on pre-med. You're very inspirational, bro. Keep it up. Thank you, Berat. Thank you so much for those kind words. I will keep it up. That's why I'm here grinding one more night. You guys are probably like, why is this guy live streaming so much? So, my girlfriend is out of town, and I'm house sitting, and I'm literally like all alone with the dogs. So I'm really just lonely. So thanks, guys, for being here. Oh man. I hated CB drugs the most, and on the other hand, I love analgesics and anti-Parkinsonian drugs. Yeah, those are pretty interesting. CB drugs, they don't seem as bad. Neuro, we did a lot of like the sympathomimetics and autonomic drugs, and they were really confusing at first. There was just a lot. I CB drugs seem a lot easier right now than the autonomics and sympathomimetics we learned during neuro, to be honest. Anti-Parkinsonian drugs, yeah, there's not very many. Do you know about precision medicine for cancer on one of the patient while the other hasn't improved? Yes. No, go sit down. Yes, Mohammed. That's a big talk. So we all have these differences in our genetics that basically enzymes in our livers help us metabolize certain drugs better or not. And um, and yeah, it's some drugs are very effective for some people, and for some they aren't. The problem with precision medicine is that our healthcare here in the United States is already super expensive. I can't imagine how much more expensive it'll get with precision medicine. Like, it's just ridiculous. That's the only thing that kind of pushes me away from it. That's why we have these really large clinical trials, I think, to kind of generalize drugs to large populations. But yeah, precision medicine is awesome. Is it economically viable for people from lower socioeconomic statuses? It will not be, and I don't think that's fair. MJ, can I list clinical hours at the hospital per semester for school as volunteer hours? Can I list 108 hours at the hospital per semester for school as volunteer hours? What were you doing, MJ? What were you doing? Was it like part of a course, or why did you accumulate so many hours? How do you live a life while in med school from a financial aspect, Berat? Berat, I live completely off of student loans. Um, that's how I do it. I use student loans to pay for my house, for my bills, for my car, for gas, for food, for everything. That's how it's done. Unfortunately. No, Mohammed, I don't think it's because of the. It's not because of the doctor salaries. It is because of the price of drugs and the price of health insurance and our obsession with wanting to do Hail Mary cures of disease and not preventative medicine. That's why. We like using all the fancy and tech bypass heart surgeries and stuff when we could have just eaten better and prevented that. It's just how our culture works here in the United States. My student loans aren't even that bad, Lovda. My school's tuition is 20,000 a year. So it's not even that much compared to a lot of schools. It's one of the cheapest med schools in the United States, and I got an $8,000 scholarship on top of that. So I'm technically paying like $11,000 a year just in tuition, and then it just piles on, of course, because of all the other stuff. But it's ridiculous. I checked actually my student loan the other day, and I already have what was it? I already have like $1,000 accumulated just from interest because it's compound interest, and that's just nuts, ridiculous how much interest we pay. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, Lovda? 20K is amazing. So I'm not complaining at all. Hi, Dr. Ada. Thanks for making it again. I am here grinding again. We out here all over again. My OneNote is being finicky right now. How many hours did you put in today? I went to class. Oh my gosh, this is being annoying. Hold on. All right. Ada, I went to class. I didn't go to class until 10. So I went to 2 hours of class and then I came home and I've been studying since about 1. So I've been studying for about 8 hours today. On and off, nothing too crazy. I do have a big test on Monday. So I was just kind of like reviewing today, nothing crazy. Tomorrow we have a review. But tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday is gonna be mad grind days for studying. So I'm probably not gonna come on live stream, guys. Those days, I wanted to put out a content thing every single day this week. That's why I came on live stream. Today's kind of chill again, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I might make a quick video on like using OneNote or something for the weekend. But I'm gonna go hard this weekend. The clinical are part of our curriculum. Last semester, I was on the med surge floor doing skills, IV catheters, meds, and then postpartum neonatal assessments and inductions on maternity. Oh, wow. I would put those as clinical shadowing hours or clinical experience, MJ. When you open your medical application, it gives you like different sections on what you could put it under. Look through those sections and put it under if it's a thing like clinical experience or something like that. Definitely. definitely put that in your application. Instead of your day for 5 to 6 hours, do you have a day off every week or no? No, Berat, I don't. I don't have a day off. Basically, in med school, we grind every single day, and I don't really get days off. I get good breaks. Like I take good breaks. I hang out with my girlfriend. I hang out with my family. I'm not always studying. This week she's out of town, so I'm studying a lot this week because I'm not seeing her, and I'm house sitting. So I don't really have a day off. Yes, Dr. Ada, I did the MCAT giveaway. If you want to check out my latest day in the life vlog, it's at the very end. And I have the person that won them already contacted me, and then I also gave out three extra like really cool neuro style prints. And I've gotten a hold of Lovda, but I'm still waiting on getting a hold of two other people. And then that's how I already gave it away. Check out the video, Dr. Ada. Sorry you didn't win. I don't know if you emailed me. I don't know if you were part of one of the emailers to my list. But everybody was entered. There was like 26 entries. So it wasn't even that many. Can we donate how? Not yet, Berat. Keep watching me. In the future, YouTube will monetize me and then you can donate to me. So how you can donate to me, Berat? If you do buy anything off of Amazon, if you guys use my links down below, I get like a less than 1% commission on whatever you guys buy. It doesn't cost you guys anything and it helps me pay for med school. So that's how you can support me currently. If you buy stuff from Amazon, use my links. You guys can search for anything. You don't have to buy like what I link. If you guys use my link and then search for something, that's how you guys can um, financially support me as of this time. How does your facility look like? Do you like your teachers and peers? Heck yes, MJ. We have amazing facilities. Our facilities got upgraded. I feel like our school, just because it's a smaller class and it's a smaller community, we got a huge donation by a really rich guy, and they we have the nicest buildings, and our anatomy lab is amazing. It's badass compared to a lot to the other schools I interviewed at. Um, and yeah, it's really nice. It's a really small campus, but like I said, it's tight knit. We're a good community, and like our school is directly connected to the hospital, and I love my school. What time is it here, Softer? It is 9:12. Currently 9:12 p.m. Do you have any Canadians in your school? I don't know if I do, MJ. I don't know if there's any Canadians in my school. What specialty do you love? I love pediatrics currently, but I think I want to go into. I think I want to be a pediatrician. Probably not a general pediatrician. I think I want to do like critical care or something like that, but it's still up in the air. I'm still so far away from I'm still far away from like picking a specialty, so I love that currently. Hi Roberto Cruz. Oh, is that you, Cruz? There's only one Cruz that I know in my life, so I don't know if that's you. But what's up if it's not you? You know any Turkish friends? I don't have any. You're my first Turkish friend, but if you're Turkish, um, I don't. You know any Turkish friends? Yes, my friend Selma Alaikam. I don't. I'm not sure, but Selma. It sounds familiar. If she commented on one of my videos, it sounds kind of familiar. Not sure. Did you start your application? I didn't submit it super early, MJ. I would say I submitted it mid application cycle. If you do have everything done when it opens, I would recommend submitting it early. But I did not. I don't think I'm saying Roberto, but it could be better. How's everything? I mean, my day could have been better. Well, it's almost over, Roberto. Tomorrow's another day. Just be thankful you got through today, and it'll be all right. Just keep working and grinding and make smart decisions, and I hope tomorrow goes better for you. So far, so good for me today. Went to class, just studying right now. Yes, people fail out of med school, MJ. I think so I think they give you a decent amount of tries. Like if you fail a block, you can take an NBME test towards the end, and if you pass that, then you pass the block. If you don't, then you have to repeat the year, but then you can't fail any block, or then you do get kicked out. That's how my med school works. How much free time daily do you get at me? I get a good amount of free time, but whenever I want to take free time, I take it, and yeah, I mean, I can get a lot of free time if I want. It's just right now it's just studying. You got to make sure you're studying all the time so you don't fall behind and you do good on your tests, and you can have as much free time as you want, basically. Oh, don't worry about that. You're all right. I wouldn't be live if I wasn't okay with talking to you guys. If I don't reply right away, just know it's because I'm reading something or studying something like I was earlier. So I might not reply right away, but I will look back and reply. Don't worry. I'm trying to find a really cool table right now that my professor made for us to manage ischemic heart disease. So you're all right. Oh, it's important to get published as a pre-med. Any research experience should be adequate, MJ. I wasn't published as a pre-med. I just did research. I wish I would publish. If you can get published, do it. And sorry, Roberto. I just your last name Cruz. I don't know if you're still in here. I know that I just have a friend that is named Cruz. That's why I thought you might have been him. There's a statement about nurses going to medical field. Do you ever experience this? No. I think if a nurse goes to medical school, they're probably gonna be a better doctor than most of us. Nah. I think being a nurse gives you such a different perspective. You're probably gonna be a better doctor than most of us that go straight into med school without other like a nursing like background or anything like that. Because you actually know how to treat patients well already and talk to doctors. Like I don't know. I feel like you're gonna be a better doctor. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, Roberto. That's why. Sorry. Not sorry. I mean, you're here now. Thanks for showing up. Am I talking too loud or is it like a good level? I don't know because I have my headphones in, so I actually don't know how loud I'm talking. It feels like I'm talking kind of loud. You're good? All right, cool. I'm just not sure because I'm listening to music and stuff, so I don't know if it's too loud or not. I'll try to keep it up. How do you stay awake when you have to study? I don't really struggle when to stay awake when I have to study, honestly. If I am like actually falling asleep or sleepy and I have to study, then I'll go to sleep and I'll just get up early. It's easy for me to get up early in the mornings to study. I'm a morning person, so and I'm a late person too, so I can study pretty late. It's just the afternoons where I really struggle to study. I hate the afternoons. Yeah, exactly, Roberto. If I'm sleepy, you're not going to be studying efficiently. Exactly. There's no point. Just go to sleep and get up early and be an efficient studier. Use your time efficiently. I hate watching the sunset while I'm studying. Oh no, don't watch it. Don't watch it then. Nice. Two nurses going into med school. That's awesome. What made you two decide to switch to go into being a doctor? Like why the switch for both of you guys? If you guys don't mind explaining or sharing. Oh wow. How does that sound, guys? My headphones weren't even all the way in, and now it like sounds different now that I pushed it all the way in. Does that sound good again? My bio major going to go to med school. Yeah, but that's what I was. I was a biology major. I kind of wish I wasn't a biology major, but I enjoyed it. Oh, I see, MJ. Yeah, sadly, I mean, there's surgical nurses, so can you guys hear me still? Like I said, my I pushed my headphones in a little bit longer, so I don't know if it's where it's getting it. Okay, cool. I was jealous of what the doctors did. They did a lot more, and I always wanted to be in their shoes. Like they would do procedures and do the dressing. Oh, I see, Doctor Ada. That's funny. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I see, Doctor Ada. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I never considered nursing. I always wanted to be in control and making the decisions. I just got a message from YouTube saying that I'm not going to be able to live stream off of my phone anymore unless I have 1,000 subscribers. So we should be over that hump soon. So that's going to suck. I won't be able to do impromptu live streams until I hit 1,000 for my phone. But I'm on my computer right now, so we should be fine. These will continue. Do you guys like it when I do these live streams? Are they like kind of boring to you guys? Do you guys want me to have like specific topics to talk about next time? Do you guys mind just chilling out with me? Give me ideas for live streams because like this is pretty much what I want to do. Like I want to do these. I like doing these live streams, but if you guys are bored, just let me know and I'll stop doing them or I'll do something different. These are for you guys. Okay, cool, Berat. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Roberto. I'm just trying doing homework. Um. Let's see. Yeah, but there's definitely difficult topics. So neuro, I definitely felt like there were some difficult topics for me. People said CVPR was going to be harder, and I think it's easier. So it's just like your personality, but it's a lot of volume, and there's definitely difficult concepts, but it's more volume, I would say. And then I think by this time you have a lot of like just experience managing difficult topics, so I think that comes into play as well. To be honest, it's fine. Yeah, I'm just doing homework too, Roberto. I enjoy the live stream when there's no set topic. I think if you do have a set topic, we'll have more questions for you. Okay. Maybe I'll do a stream soon where I have a set topic about something I want to talk about then. Um I just like to study with your life. Cool software. I'm glad you like to study while I'm studying. Study buddies. Not yet, Lovda. Nobody's dropped out from my class yet. Um, Not yet. Hopefully nobody does. Hey, also guys, I want to what are you guys looking at? The dogs are looking at outside at Mott's, I think. I want to make a video on I'm gonna call it the ultimate pre-med guide, and I'm literally gonna talk about grades, MCAT, research, volunteering, interview, like everything in one video. What would you guys like to see in that video? Is there anything different? Um, Let me know here in the comments, and you guys can also email me like what you think would be good for a like a good succinct video, just so that everybody can go and watch that video just for their questions like to get answered. And I'm gonna put like timestamps below so that people can just jump to like the grade section or the research section or the volunteer section, so they don't have to listen to the whole thing. Would you guys like a video like that? And tell me what other parts, like what you would like to see in that video as well. What's up, Janessa? Thanks for showing up. I was just telling them how I wanted to drop a ultimate pre-med guide video. If you guys have ideas, let me know. I'm also gonna do research, and so yeah, I would like more info on research. Okay, all right. Oh yeah, I could. I already told my friend that I want to interview him. I also medical finances. That's a good one, Lovda. So MJ, yeah, I'm gonna probably interview my best friend. I have a few. I have like another person that wants to help me out, and maybe another one too that I think I can ask. So yeah, I'll ask for their opinion too. What about med school finances? Yeah, that's a good idea, Lovda. I should definitely talk about med school finances. You're right. That's one that I guess doesn't cross. It didn't really cross my mind until I was in. But it's a very important topic. You're right. The idea sounds fine. All right, softer. I'm thinking of dropping it at like a 1,000 view at the 1,000 sub mark. I don't know. We'll see. I actually never thought I was gonna get 1,000 subs, guys. And now it seems like pretty realistic. Like I'll probably have 1,000 subs in a month or two. It's crazy. Oh, okay. Depression, negativity, giving up, paired with motivation, etc. Okay, MJ, I'll talk about that. Still can't wait for your GPA reveal. I know, Lovda. Oh, I can't wait to drop that for all of you guys. I can't wait. I think that video is gonna go crazy. Hopefully by that point my following is gonna be big and that video is gonna explode. But I'm not ready for that. I already told you guys it's under a 3.5, so I've explicitly said it's under 3.5. So, yeah. No, I've already said it's under 3.5 MJ, so yeah. You'll all find out soon, Roberto. Well, probably not soon. At the end of step one is when I'm revealing it. So if you guys stick with me for 11 more months, you guys are getting a GPA reveal video. I know it sounds like a long time. I'm sorry. It sounds awful. Thanks, Roberto. Thank you. It's gonna be. I don't think I'll be able to do these live streams as like freely when I have that many followers, because there's gonna be way too many people in here, and I want to make everybody happy. That's gonna be hard. I don't work anymore, MJ. No, no, no. Straight up living off of student loans currently, just studying every single day. So third year is when you go to the clinics more. Actually, we start going to clinic a lot more at the end of let me think. At the end of step one is when we start going to clinic a lot more, Labda. So second year, second and third. Yeah, my med school is really proactive, I think, at getting us into the clinic. And that's probably why my school probably doesn't have like the best step one and step two scores. But I think we have really great doctors that can talk to patients. Um, it's just like a different mindset, right? And my school's trying to produce like primary care physicians as well. So that's probably why. And there's like a host of reasons. Yeah, I bet that's exactly what happened to me. And I screwed up pretty bad, but here I am. You guys can do it too. If I made it, you guys can make it. I watched The Good Doctor. It was actually really good, MJ. I think I watched it for like the one season. I haven't been able to watch it after that, but I thought it was really cool. I was like, damn, I really wish I could memorize everything like that. Yeah, me neither, Robert. I just watched the first one. Maybe after CVPR, I'll have time. I know it's those doctor shows like they're so unrealistic and I get that like it's like such amazing medicine that they do, but come on. But it's really fun to watch. Everybody loves the drama. I was thinking of it, about it, MJ. So I think once I am a doctor, I think I will actually do like more educational videos, like health information on YouTube. My channel might transition into something like into a health information channel along with daily vlogs and stuff, of course, but or maybe I'll start a different channel just for health information. I don't know yet. Um guess we'll see. Stick around for 4 years or 8 or 10 and you'll find out. Thank you, but I love. It's so crazy to think that I don't know, like inspirational. Look at me. I'm just sitting in the living room, just studying, talking to you guys. It's crazy that you guys see me. This is like. I'm really glad you guys see it as motivational to you guys. I'm really glad it does. Like I want you guys to know that you guys can get into med school if you guys struggle like I did. That's the biggest reason I started my YouTube channel. And it's awesome that that's actually like what's happening. You guys are actually inspired and motivated by seeing me study and talking about it. It's amazing. God bless you too, but thank you so much. Dr. Ada, I hate doctor shows. They do all that shit doctors wouldn't do in the real world, like start IV, transport patient to. I know, Dr. Ada. I know. I do want to be the kind of doctor that can do all those things, though. That's why I took like phlebotomy courses. I really want to be the doctor that can do IVs. I think it's funny when patients request a doctor to do like an IV and stuff. I'm like, the nurse is 1,000 times better at me than this, right? And it's so funny. Yeah, I want to be the doctor that does that, MJ. Like, I want to be that doctor. That's the kind of doctor I want to be. Do putting IVs, putting in urinary catheters. If the nurses are busy, I don't mind taking the patient up to radiology or whatever. Like, that's my goal. I want to be an amazing doctor. I want nurses to like me. I want patients to love me. I want nurses to love me. I want to be good at my job. I didn't know that was actually a thing. Like they actually gave a talk like at a pre-med seminar how medicine is not like Grey's Anatomy. I'm like, do you really think it's like Grey's Anatomy? It's so awful. Like that is such a awful that's awful. Mohammed Saleh, thank you for being here. Best study resource for MCAT. The double AMC resources. Um because they write the test, Mohammed. So get the resources from the people who write the test. It'll be super indicative of what you know, their section tests, question banks, whatever. That's the best. Yes, I'm studying Janessa. I'm currently studying endothelial and vascular cells. Endothelial and vascular smooth muscle physiology. Basically, how smooth muscle differs from striated muscle. Yeah, how smooth muscle differs from striated. How's Princeton Review? Hey Mohammed, I used Princeton Review the second time I took the MCAT. I self-studied. It was good, but I wish I would have used the double AMC. Like, even though I used Princeton Review, I wish I could go back and just use double AMC materials. I think I would have done a lot better on this test. How many topics do you have to study a week? This week, Lovda, I had endothelial and vascular smooth muscle physiology, microcirculation, introduction to lipids, pharmacological management of ischemic heart disease. We had a bunch of case studies we had to do, cardiovascular case studies, clinical presentation of coronary artery disease, pathology of atherosclerosis, and pathology independent study, and that is vasculitis and cardiac tumors and pericardial disease. That's everything we did this week. Yeah, it's crazy. That's a lot. Like now, actually reading how much you have to do, I'm like, holy cow, that is a lot. Yeah, that's just in a week, exactly. The problem with the test on Monday is that it's over the last 4 weeks, so it's a lot of material. After this, the summative exam should be over like two weeks, so it becomes a lot easier. It's just this first initial summative is a real butt kicker because it's over so much material. I think tomorrow I'm going to start doing practice questions on Kaplan because they give us the Kaplan question bank. I think I'm gonna start using. I'm just gonna start doing practice questions. Oh, if I wasn't going to be a Dr. Janessa, I would go and be a car tuner, mechanic, fixer upper, research and developer for aftermarket parts, or a computer science degree. Probably not. I'd probably be a car um, aftermarket bolt-on developer. I love cars. I love modifying cars, and yeah, I would be a tuner, as they call it. Or I would live off of my farm and ranch, and I think I would become a really big like sheep farmer. Because sheep are really easy to take care of. They sell for a lot, and I think I could make a lot of money doing that. If and that's only after if I didn't go to vet school, Janessa. Vet school is was something I wanted to do for a long time. I would have probably have gone to vet school if I didn't go to med school. If you hit that goal of 505 beta, I have no doubt you'll be accepted into a medical school here in the United States. Of course, after watching the med school interview tips video I'm gonna put out soon, right? Yeah, you'll get in. What made you change your mind not to become vet? We saved a dog's life, Lovda. So then I decided to shadow. I just thought I was like, wow, this is actually really cool. Like, if we save this dog's life, imagine saving a human life. So I started shadowing at doctor's offices, and I was actually really bored because it was primary care. But then I got into shadowing at the clinic where I was at, and I really saw how I could really change people's lives by just by speaking the language, and actually like caring about people and just listening to their story. And I just like the human emotion involved. The human emotion just drew me in, and then yeah. And honestly, I actually feel like I'm a pretty good clinician. Um, like I think I'm a pretty good clinician. I don't know if it's because I've been doing it for so long or what's going on, but I think I'm pretty good at interviewing patients, getting the full story, like getting good differentials and figuring things out mechanistically. Of course, I'm wrong still a lot, but I I feel pretty proficient in that as a first year med student. Would you recommend leading clubs at Sewell? Yes, I would, MJ. If you can get into a leadership position, that looks really good on your med school apps. Um, I don't think it's something you should strive to do. If you're interested, do it. I didn't. I my volunteer experience was completely separate from student organizations at the university, and I think that's kind of what made me stand out a little bit because everybody's was doing like everybody helped with AMSA or something like that, and I didn't. I did my complete separate thing, and it worked out. Suhas Yarnol, thank you for being here. Thanks for the question. Any advice for doing well in general chemistry? I think if you're struggling in general chemistry, Suhas, you should go to office hours and talk to your professor. And they're usually pretty good about explaining things because they know Gen Chem is a pretty difficult subject for like students in college, like just starting the chemistries. Go talk to your professor. I think that's the best. That's something I wish I would have done. Yeah, MJ, quality over quantity, right? So I think it looks better to be in one place, being a leader in that place for many years versus joining a bunch of groups and being in the group for 2 months, 3 months, or just joining it just to so it looks good on your application. It'll look like you're doing it for the application. Mohammed Saleh, best job for pre-med. There is no one best job for pre-med, Mohammed. Um, if you can get a job in like with clinical interaction, patient interaction, that's awesome. If you can't, admissions committees know that you have a life and that you have to pay the bills. So as long as you volunteer while not working, and show that you are interested, that's that. I don't think there's a best job for pre-med. Study every day, yay, yay. Yeah, study every day. I hate chem. Yeah, literally, that's pretty much chem. No, Suhas, you should choose one or two extracurriculars, stick to it for a while. I agree, Brett. Aaron, would that be the same for research? Stick to one. Yeah, research is kind of finicky, MJ. Sometimes research projects go really fast, sometimes they're really slow. Yeah, I would stick to one. Research is pretty difficult, and just sticking to one, I think, looks okay. Looks pretty good. Um, Unless you can get like published in two or three different ones, then yeah, definitely. But sticking to one and being with it for a long time, working on it consistently is awesome. Janessa, what did you do today? I went to clinical reasoning at 10 for 2 hours. I got off. I went home and I went to the store and got food. I came here and ate, and then I've been studying ever since. Not a super exciting day, Janessa. But I work as an ER registrar, and like my workplace, the doctors respect everyone, even us. That's awesome, but that's awesome. Yeah, that's I think that's a great experience. And then you also get to interact with patients, they're flustered when they come in the ER and you're like one of the first people they talk to. So you can really set the tone for the rest of their experience. Yes, MJ, I cook. I love cooking. I actually have a video where I cooked my sausage, potato, and kale soup. I was actually going to make that today, but I'm Catholic, so tomorrow on Friday, it's during Lent right now, so we don't eat meat. So I decided not to make it. Maybe I'll make it Saturday. Yeah, Roberto. See, you said every day for Ogo is terrible. You got an A. Worth it. Definitely worth it. The nurses are usually agitated. Yeah, they're poor things. They have a tough job. They're overworked. They're stressed out. They talk to egotistical doctors all day. I'm Mexican. I'm Mexican American, Mohammed. I'm a first generation Mexican American. My mom and dad are straight from Mexico, both of them. Oh, sorry, MJ, I didn't see your thing. Could you do a Pomodoro style study with me where you talk to us during the break time? I could. I should do that actually. I should do a Pomodoro live stream. And I should have a timer so that it shows when I'm gonna talk so that you guys have like all the questions and I can just like try to answer them all and then get back to studying. That's a good idea. Yes, I'm Hispanic, but yeah, that's a great idea, MJ. I like that idea. I'm gonna write that down actually. We'll do a Pomodoro study. Um, Maybe I could do that this weekend. That would be fun actually. That would be fun. I'm gonna see if I can get it set up for this weekend. That would be kind of cool. That's a great idea. What's up, pretty girl? Say hi. Say hi, Tuesday. You're so cute. She's angry because her sister's gonna go get her bone. Yep. Oh, silly girls. She's a blue healer. It's a blue healer, and then Todd is a. She was supposed to be an Australian Shepherd, but she's an Australian Shepherd mix. She's super smart. She's a really smart dog. Let me set up a little bit. Reposition. Try to get a little bit less blue on my face. I could to probably turn the slide up, but oh well. They're both girls. You two are good girls, aren't you? Yeah, they're both girls. She is beautiful. She is super cute. Oh, she's super supportive and proud of me. But if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here, first off. And yeah, we don't get to spend a lot of time, but she's also working on her career. So she is working on her career. I'm not gonna say what she's doing just because I don't really want to talk too much about my like outside like give too much information on them basically. But I'm super proud of what she is doing, and she's always super busy too. So it's really freaking hard. It's really really hard actually. We don't see each other a lot. It really bugs me. It really bugs her because I mean it's hard. But we're super supportive of each other, and hopefully we're gonna be balling in a few years. That's the plan. Yes, MJ, I do. Yes. All the time. There's not enough spots in med school. There's a lot of super qualified people, and there's some people that aren't as qualified that get in, and it sucks. But either they interviewed better or their application wasn't as strong, and it really sucks because there's some people that you're like that person should be in med school and they're not, and that really sucks. But I think that if they are like qualified and they keep applying, they will get in. So yes, I have. It sucks. That's all I have to say about it, like, it really sucks. I am actually listening to Lindsey Sterling right now, guys, not Alan Walker. Do you guys ever listen to Lindsey Sterling? She's one of my favorite music creators. Yeah, Lindsey Sterling, I really like her. I discovered her in undergrad as a college student, and I really like watching her. Or not watching her, listening to her. Crystallize? Ooh, I like Master of Tides. Master of Tides, Roberto. Go listen to that. That's my favorite song by her. I like Khalid. I'll check her out. Master of Tides, Roundtable Rival, Crystallize is good. But yeah, Master of Tides is probably my favorite Lindsey Sterling song. Oh dang, I just closed it. What the heck am I doing? What? Okay, there we go. Actually, I messed up. Okay, cool. Recover the song. Yeah, check her out, MJ. I saw the video, pretty cool. Yeah, I love Master of Tides. All right, we're moving on to vasculitis, guys. My biggest regret of undergrad pre-med is not having a good study method when I started MJ, and almost and getting that awful 2.7 GPA, getting put on probation for my scholarships because of it. Um, that's my biggest regret. Not taking school as seriously as I should have when I started. But it's hard because I had no study skills from high school. I would literally go to class and take tests in high school and get A's, no problem. So I had no study abilities when I started college. I'm reviewing right now, but I'm not like doing intense studying right now. I'm reviewing. I've already gone over this material. Sorry if that's loud, guys. The cough. Hmm. Debbie, thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Everybody is keeping up the good work, and thank you, Debbie, for joining me on my med school journey. Yeah, but I'm just reviewing right now. That's why it's quick. I've already seen this material before, so I'm not like learning something new. I don't think so, MJ. I actually think that 2.7 was a blessing in disguise because I probably would have like failed later on in college, and it would have meant more on my med school application. If you guys don't know, so med school they weigh your GPAs. So freshman year they weigh it one time, your sophomore grades, they weigh it twice, and your junior and senior year are weighed three times. So if that would have gotten weighed as a junior, senior, it would have looked a lot worse on my application. So yeah, I'm glad I got that 2.7 earlier in my college career versus later, because it would have happened sooner or later because I didn't have study skills. So much, I'm not sure. No, don't. You don't need a social media presence. Hmm. Today's stream was a lot. It started a lot faster than yesterday. Yesterday I was on for like 10 minutes before anybody came on. And today people like jumped right on. So thanks guys for being here. It's awkward for me to open a stream and nobody show up. Hardest pre-med class and why? Biochem was the hardest pre-med class for me, Suhas. Our biochem professor in undergrad is the same professor we get for GI in med school. So he really geared it towards pre-meds that were working their butts off, and he was preparing us for med school. And he told us that when we started med school, he's like, if you guys had me in biochem as an undergrad, you guys already got through the hard part because I'm going to make it a lot easier for you guys in med school. He was weeding people out literally. Um, that's it was that's why it was hard because he made it at the level of a med student, and I see why he did it now. I'm thankful for it, but I really hated it then. Oh, guys, I'm seeing some really awful pictures right now. Dang. What's going on? Who's in here? Who all is in here? Say hi if you're in here. Was biochem really helpful for med school? I think not yet, but I think that once we get into GI, it's gonna really be helpful. I want to be a pediatrician, Janessa. I think I want to work in critical care. I want to work in the PICU and the NICU. I want to take care of those babies and their families, and I want to be there for the really good and the really bad. Hmm. I do. I do. I like taking care of kids. Let's put it that way. But also, I might do a med peds fellowship, and then I might specialize in critical care after that. That way, I can be critical care adults and children. So there's a lot of paths you can go. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. Were any pre-med classes useless for med school? General chemistry seems pretty useless. Organic chemistry seems pretty useless. Um, yeah, those two classes. I guess calculus 1 and 2. I mean, you should know math. Statistics, not. Yeah, they just want to know you have a basic science background. It's not relevant, but zero relevant. The only like relevancy is knowing, like, you don't even have to know specifics. You just have to know enzymes that make the reactions and then what comes out the other end. It's not even, yeah, it's not necessary. It's just a weed out class. Basically, if you can do OChem, you can do med school. Maybe that's the idea. I don't know. Oh, interesting. SBSK. I will watch that, Janessa. My research, when I was an undergrad, I actually worked with families with developmental disabilities. So yeah, that's interesting. I'll definitely check it out, Janessa. Thank you. Yeah, I bet, Janessa. Yeah, I will check it out. I will. Yeah, so it works in blocks, but their blocks are different time frames. They're not even like anything crazy. The my winter break last year was 2 weeks. I started literally January 2nd. We started Narrow January 2nd again. Um, we have had I had a classmate today, we were talking. We have had 3 weeks off in 7 months of school. We've been in school for about 7 months straight, and we've had 3 weeks off in that time. Um, 2 weeks for winter, and then 1 week for between neuro and this block, and that's pretty much all we've had off. And then in the summer, so after this block, I'll have 3 weeks, and then I gotta go 8 weeks to the hospital, and then I don't know if I have a break after that, probably maybe a week or two, and then we start classes again. All right, cool. Just finished vasculitis. Let's move on to what is this topic? Pathology of myocarditis, cardiac tumors, and pericardial disease. Yeah, cool. All right, yeah. Sorry, quick random question before I leave. Is there some type of dress code for med school, like a dress for success, or do people show up in their PJs like they do in undergrad? Med school, like in class, they don't expect you to be super dressed up. When you go to clinic, you do have to be professional dress, of course, like going to clinic and stuff. But for like actual class, there's not a dress code per se. I don't. I've seen yes, people come in their pajamas. One time for one of our tests, one of our tables, they all came in Halloween costumes for to take their freaking test. It was hilarious. Um, but yeah, for clinic, you have to be dressed professionally. But for class, no. Yeah, so they were wearing like those dinosaur suits, and somebody was wearing a rooster suit, and it was just weird and funny. And then one time for one of our tests in close to December, somebody literally brought a tree and they put it in the center, and they all brought gifts for each other, and they had like a little white elephant. Like it was med school is weird, guys. People are crazy. People are weird. Whatever gets you through the day. Peace, Debbie. Thanks for being here. Hit that like before you leave. Thank you. Mm. If you guys can take a histology course in undergrad, definitely take a histology course because there's actually a good amount of histology every single block. Yeah, I didn't know. I don't think we had a histology course offered as an undergrad at my school. But I think if you guys can take that, that's like a good like. It's not a prereq or anything, but I think it'll help you like in med school. But the number one course you should take is a pharmacology course. That is my number one tip for med school. I need to look up what a rhabdomyoma looks like because these pictures are not very good. Hmm. Okay. The pictures all suck. I googled it and literally the picture that's on my slides came up. I was like, okay, that's why I looked it up because I don't see that picture. Oh, Heist is a really good song by Lindsey Sterling, guys. That's what this is, right? Yeah. Heist. I really like Heist. Rubaya, Anika, thank you for being here. Thanks for dropping the question. How do you study or bring yourself to study when you don't feel like it? Also, how do you maintain focus when looking at the slides for a long time? Um, Med school is a marathon, Rubaya, so you just have to, if you don't feel like doing it, it's you just have to like you literally have to force yourself sometimes. It really sucks because it's not very fulfilling. But I think once you start, it's easier to just stay like just keep doing it. And then to stay focused and efficient. If you're not focused, you need to throw your phone away in the trash or you need to go throw it outside. And then if you start getting bored with like the material, then you should switch to looking at other material. Um, You should just if you're not focused on the material you're studying, just switch it up to something else or try to find a different form. I really like watching videos to study, like Boards and Beyond. I go on YouTube and look at certain videos. If that helps you like get to the material, then that's what you got to do. So that's like you just have to develop study habits, and you just have to be okay with studying all the time and staring at things for a while. And if you start not being as efficient, you need to take a break, go eat something, go eat a snack, go exercise or something, and then come back to it. Um, it's really hard for me too. It's hard just like everybody else. I'm not a perfect student. I get off a track, um, and I don't have a secret, Rubaya. Sorry. I wish I did. I wanted to ask, would you please make a video about interview nerves for med school? Interview nerves. I will make a I'll make a medical school interview tips video soon, Rubaya. I definitely will. I promise you guys I will. I've been talking about it for a while, and I'll do it on a day where I'm wearing a tie, so I look more professional for the video. I thought my personal statement was pretty good, but I spoke about growing up as an immigrant, how it changed my perspective, and just how it's driven me to pursue a career in medicine. I think it was really good. Study with the group, it helps. Yes, Roberto. That's why it's kind of nice having you guys here because if like I have like some interaction, right? And I can choose to ignore you guys if I wanted to. So yeah, studying with the group, I found Roberto that studying more than with like three people really isn't helpful for me. I really like studying with two other people, like just me and two others is my ideal study setup. That's just me personally. I don't like big study groups. Dr. Adam, my biggest problem is overeating, and I overeat, I oversleep, I miss studying time. Help a brother out. It's becoming chronic. Oh, I'm so sorry, Dr. Ada. I overeat too, Dr. Ada. I am a big stress eater. Yes, I overeat. I don't know how to help you with that. I don't oversleep because I get up pretty early. It's easy for me. And whenever you feel like you're missing studying time, just when you sit down to study, 2 hours of focused studying can be just as good as like 4 hours of just being on your phone, like off and on, getting on YouTube, getting on your email. Like if you just sit down and focus and study, you're efficient about it, you'll kill it. Rubaya, thank you, and surprisingly, you pronounced my name correctly. Thanks for such a personal human being. You're very welcome, Rubaya. Thank you for showing up. Thanks for asking the question. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe to my channel, please. I do these all the time, and it really helps me out. Honestly, I just want to show you guys that I'm just a normal human being struggling through med school. Good thing I'm conquering in med school. I think you're the only one that thinks that, but I don't feel I feel like I'm always just like trying to get out of the quicksand, honestly. It just feels like quicksand and I'm just like, you know. No, med school to me feels like I'm running in place, but I spoke about it yesterday. Like all my high school friends and family, they're buying houses, they're buying cars, they're having babies, they have nice jobs, and I'm just in med school. Like I'm not getting married soon, maybe. Actually, I'll do a proposal video when I propose. Would you guys like that? When I propose to my girl, a proposal video. Um, and yeah, that's like it's just a hard. It's a weird time in my life. It's so weird. I hope she's not watching this. I don't. I think she went to sleep already. So I'll do a proposal video. That'd be awesome. Yeah, exactly. But that's exactly what's going on, and we're both well aware of that. We were talking the other night. She was mad at me. She was like, "Remember in high school, you told me that I was not your priority, and that school and your family and and I was like, I would never say that to you, sweetie." And she was like, "You did," and she's still with me. So it's really funny. Just we have such a good relationship. Like if you don't have somebody that's gonna kick your butt or that you're gonna kick their butt, it's not a good relationship. You guys need to push each other constantly. I probably did say that in high school, honestly. I was a very motivated, focused kiddo in high school. Rubaya, yes, imposter syndrome is a big thing. I talked about this yesterday actually on my live stream. Yesterday morning, all there was two other residents at my table, and we all thought we didn't belong. I think everybody just feels like they don't belong just because I don't know, it's really weird. Imposter syndrome is very much alive. Mental health concerns in med school, they give us a lot of wellness stuff, and it basically stresses us out because it takes us away from our study time, which is the point. But for me, like mental health, talking to you guys really helps. Just getting good sleep really helps me too, and I never feel like I can't do it. Um, and yeah, it's hard. But yeah, I mean, it's hard. Uh, it's hard to be like self-motivating, self-sufficient, self-inspiring, but you got to do it. Like if you don't believe in yourself, like who's gonna believe in you? You have to believe in yourself. There's gonna be a lot of haters, a lot of people that don't believe in you. And then yeah, boxing, nice, nice, Roberto. Yeah, exercise helps me a lot. Me and my girl go to the gym, and it's really I like going to the gym with her. I hate going to the gym, but I like going with her because it gives us more like together time, and I'm also working on exercise, so killing two birds with one, and it feels efficient. It's awful. Yeah, it's hard, but I don't know what to say. It's hard, like, I don't know. Yeah, it's a great way to de-stress. Like spending time with your family is really amazing with your loved ones, or just exercising, or just doing something different. All right, guys. I am done with my studying for tonight. I'm actually gonna go take a shower now, and just get ready for the day tomorrow. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. I really hope I answered a lot of your questions. I'll see you guys again soon. Make sure to subscribe, like, hit that notification bell so you know when I go live, because I feel like I'm kind of random when I go live. So if you guys don't hit that, I don't think you guys will know. Thank you all for being here. I enjoyed all your company, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.